Carl Sagan said, "You have to know the past to understand the present." In this video, we are going to know the history of English. Compared to the other languages of the world, English considered as a modern language. But it doesn't mean that English doesn't have an interesting and important history, which make this language the most widely used language in the world. The language of science, tourism, communication, and love. The English language has passed through three periods: the Old Period, the Middle Period, and the Modern Period. Extended from the 5th century to the 11th century. It all started when the Roman Empire returned from Britain in 410, and in 597, the Saint Augustinus entered the Latin language to Britain to become the first language in the country. However, with the advent of the 11th century, the Old English language was on its way out into the world by invading the Normans by William II. In this period, people find out that English language was the most appropriate language for everyday use. Between the 12th and the 15th centuries, the influence of the French language on English continued, especially after the occupation of southern England by the French. But in 1337, Britain entered a war with French that lasted for 100 years. And during this period, English became the most widely used language in Britain, and the Old English language has developed considerably as a result of its interference with other languages. Starting with the 15th century, the most important change occurred in the history of the English language, which is that the staff of the British royal court began using the English instead of Latin in the official administrative records. Beginning with the 16th century, this period was marked by the widespread use of the printer in Britain, which contributed to the widespread of the English language in Britain too. And also, during this period, William Shakespeare, who is considered as the best and the most famous English writer, appeared. In addition, he added more than 2,000 words to the English language. And by the 17th century, the British universities began to use the English language in their lectures. Also, during this period, new inventions appeared, and they were called in the English language, which contributed to the development of this language more and more, and spread it to all parts of the world with Britain's occupation of multiple regions of the world. And in 1746, Samuel Johnson started composing the Johnson Dictionary, which was considered the stronger English dictionary before Oxford. As a result, more than 400 million people speak English as a first language nowadays, and more than 1 billion as a second language.